welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video on basically how to implement new habits, goals for 2022 if you like, or let's just do that because it's trendy, you know, we always like a bit of trend. So anyway, goals, habits for 2022, sort of ways that you can identify goals, and also what you can do to track habits and that sort of thing. I'll sort of like go into that. I have got a list. It should be a bit more organised than some of my rambles that I've kind of done about things I'm passionate about recently, so it's going to be more of a factual conversation tips kind of video. So first tip I would want to talk about is mindset, and this is mainly on building perseverance for a goal. So it's kind of like take the little losses and be like, okay, well that's not good, but I'm gonna move on from it anyway, kind of thing. Like take the little losses, like especially even for example in my business, like I went to a craft fair and you know, I didn't get any sales in that craft fair and I was like, oh, I'll give up, you know, even if it's a hobby or whatever, I've got to carry on because it's my passion, you know, even if it's just a hobby and I have to have a job to supplement the income. So, but it's still a case of if you've got a passion for something, don't let something deter you, especially if it's one thing, because obviously you're going to get deterrents, but it depends what you actually enjoy doing and what is actually going to push you forward in that situation, whether you actually want to continue or whether you just sort of like let it defeat you, because you can let stuff defeat you, but it's not for you, and sometimes cycles end, but that's the difference between pushing past the resistance, which is always going to be there. So anyway, next is rethink the why. Remember the why, sorry. When you've got a goal, consider the why to what the outcome of a situation is going to be. Like, why are you doing it? Consider the why, think of the why if you're sort of in that space. For example, with the craft situation, for me it would be because I enjoy doing it. That's literally the only why I need for that thing, but there's other stuff that you need a why for. For example, if it's a job that you think is fine, but it's at the same time not like what you choose to do. If it wasn't going to make you an income, your why would maybe be because it's got income and it helps me to pay my bills or get what I want from life in a monetary sense. I'm not saying that you should just work any job. I've done videos on career. I'm definitely not saying just put yourself into any job. Be thoughtful. It's not about this. It's whatever. There's always a why for something. And also consider the why if it's healthy, you know. If your why is literally just to make an income, there could be a better way to make income than the job you're doing if you hate it, for example. And also if you're in a relationship just to not be alone, not probably the best idea to be in that relationship. But if there's other reasons for the why, like you love the person and you respect them, then great, stay in the relationship. Number 3, update what's not working, and this kind of connects to the thing I'm going to be talking about later, which is habit tracking. If something's not working, for example, if you feel like you're hitting your head against a brick wall in a situation, or you just realise something's not working for whatever reason, you don't have to carry on in that direction. Like, recalibrate where you're going. Like, it doesn't, like, life, I realised, like, didn't turn out the way I thought it would. I kind of did when you look back, but when you're going through it, it's kind of like, what the fuck is this a lot of the time, do you know what I mean? You're like, why am I in this situation kind of thing. But if you sort of focus on what's not working and what is working, you will then be able to sort of figure out what direction you want to go in, what you want to sort of put focus on, and what kind of people or situation that you want to sort of push to the wayside or cut off in that sense. Because even like friends, people change all the time. You know, things can happen between friendships and you can't find a way back from it, and that's rough. But that friendship wouldn't be working anymore, so then that would be something that, you know, is not something to focus on anymore, and that's what it is. Friendship breakups are another thing. I need to do a video on that. Let's write that down somewhere, because I think I've done a video on that already. Yeah, I'm gonna like drop it in there. It's called what to do after a damaging relationship. So maybe I should do it more. Yeah, I think that's basically my friendship breakup videos. So next one is, and also what you can re-implement if something's not working, what you can re-implement if to make it work in the future. So yeah, and then also looking after your physical health and journaling for your well-being, and doing exercise and things like for your well-being mentally and physically, both very important. Just good to keep an eye and be in tune with what your mental state is, what your reactions to things are. It's a whole other video on how to sort of handle your mental health, so I'm not even going to go into that, but just sort of like generally handling your mental health in that way. I might make this a 3-part or a 2-part. I think a 2-part. I'm going to have to... No, I'm going to keep it in the same video. Then I want to talk about habits and habit tracking, which I've done. Or shall I put it in a different one? Yeah, I'm going to put it in a different video. So yeah, thanks for listening. Check out part 2 if you're interested. I'm going to talk about habits and the habits tracking I've done and how it's sort of helped me and how you can use that for a better life.